This is a manga I recommend to everyone in our community to read.
This show is extraordinary. I would argue that this is the best shonen can get.
Bad, it's one of your big shonen jump boys.
It is every episode better than the last. The action is absolutely beautiful.
Jujutsu Kaisen is the new best anime we have seen in years.
The embodiment of rawness and swag, as some might say.
Most in-demand anime. Not just anime, but animated television show.
First, let's start from the very beginning. On February 26, 1992, in the scenic Tohoku region of Honshu, Japan, more specifically in Iwate Prefecture, a baby was born. As time passed, this little one grew and started to explore life. During his 4th grade years, his older brother regularly brought home the famous weekly Shonen Jump, a popular weekly manga magazine published by Shueisha, a major Japanese publishing company. Unfortunately, the older brother of the young boy was pretty possessive of his belongings. Well known for its collection of shonen manga, targeted primarily at young boys, the magazine has been the original platform for numerous iconic manga series, including giants such as One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball, and so on. Yet, one captivated the young boy. On a day when his older brother was away, the boy, driven by curiosity, quietly opened an issue of the weekly Shonen Jump. It was a special issue, the one containing the debut of Bleach by the legendary Tite Kubo. Mesmerized by its first chapter, the boy discovered a new passion, the world of manga, vivid and boundless, unfolded before him. It was this very first chapter of Bleach that ignited his dream to become a mangaka, marking the beginning of his journey towards a future in manga creation. As the young boy delved deeper into the world of manga, his passion for the medium grew exponentially. While Bleach remained a source of inspiration, he discovered other influential works that further shaped his artistic vision. Among these were the iconic Neon Genesis Evangelion and the creations of the legendary Yoshihiro Togashi, including Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter. But you see, there was one problem. The young boy didn't have a strong interest in drawing. He neither disliked nor was particularly passionate about it. However, during his 5th grade year, his family moved from Iwate to Sendai, Miyagi Prefecture. In this new place, he made a friend at school who would profoundly influence his artistic life. This friend's drawings captivated the young boy. Inspired, he began to mimic his friend's artwork. This simple act of imitation sparked something within him, igniting his dream to become a professional mangaka, a dream that would grow and flourish in the years to come. Since his high school days, he had been honing his skills in storyboarding. Following high school, he pursued further education at an audiovisual college, where he acquired knowledge in video editing. It was after his college education that his true journey toward becoming a mangaka commenced. After a light-hearted start, the young man once sent a draft to Shonen Jump almost as a joke, not really expecting any serious feedback, you see. To his surprise, the editor who reviewed the draft responded positively, recognizing his talent and potential. This encouraging response was a glimmer of hope, but the path was not really that smooth. Embracing his professional identity, he chose a pen name Gege Akutami, a name that will be remembered. Fast forward to 2012, when Gege Akutami tried to get his very first complete work published in the magazine Aoharu. Unfortunately for Gege, this attempt didn't pan out as hoped. The magazine seemingly overlooked his submission. Unaffected by this setback, eventually, he quickly moved past the disappointment and continued on his creative path. The good thing is, he did the right choice by not giving up, because in 2014, Akutami, now a 22-year-old adult, finally took his first significant steps towards realizing his dream of becoming a mangaka. He initiated this journey by working as an assistant to Yasuhiro Kano, the artist behind Kiss and Death. However, it was in May of that same year that his distinctive creative voice started to take shape. Gege made his debut with the publication of his first one-shot manga, Kamishiro Sosa, in Shueisha's Jump Next magazine. A one-shot manga is basically a standalone Japanese comic that tells a complete story in just a single issue or publication. Unlike regular manga series that unfold over multiple chapters or volumes, one-shots are concise narratives, offering readers a full experience in a brief format. Despite the fact that Kamishiro Sosa was an important stepping stone in Gege's career, it is not typically highlighted as a major success. In the manga industry, you see many artists begin their careers with one-shots, which serve more as a showcase of their skills and potential rather than commercial successes. These early works are crucial for gaining experience, refining style, and attracting the attention of publishers and readers. Gege himself understood it very well, which is why he followed up with perseverance with his next one-shot, number 9, published in May 2015 in Jump Next magazine, and followed by another one-shot, this time in the 46th issue of Weekly Shonen Jump on October 10, 2015. This was a clear indication that Gege was starting to capture widespread attention. His momentum continued with the publication of Nikai Bongai Barbajura in the 44th issue of Weekly Shonen Jump on October 3, 2016. This particular one-shot not only showcased his evolving talent, you see, but also earned him a nomination for the 11th Gold Future Cup contest of the magazine, marking a significant milestone in the recognition of his talent. Years after, in 2017, Akutami faced a familiar challenge experienced by many storytellers: writer's block. This condition, far from any medical ailment, is a state where a writer feels completely stuck, unable to progress or generate new ideas. This happened to Akutami partly because he was really impressed by two manga series he was reading at that time, Hinomaru Sumo and especially Boku no Hero Academia. Seeing how good these manga series were made him doubt his own ability to write stories that could be as successful. This period of doubt and creative stagnation was a significant hurdle in his journey as a mangaka. Despite that, he eventually went back to business by gathering some ideas for his next one-shot, whose title is Tokyo Toritsu Jujutsu Koto Senmon Gako, or in English, Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School. He conceived this manga with a horror-like essence and presented its initial storyboard to his editor Yamanaka. His new one-shot tells the story of Yuta Okotsu, a troubled young man haunted by the spirit of his childhood love, Hideka Orimoto, who tragically passed away in a car accident. Rika's presence, now a powerful and menacing curse, clings to him, unleashing a great power that he neither understands nor controls. Nonetheless, this presence also brings him significant distress and leads to his isolation due to its dangerous and unpredictable nature. His daily life is troubled by the accidental harm Rika's spirit causes to those around him, making a normal life impossible for him. Enter Satoru Gojo, a teacher at Jujutsu High who recognizes Yuta's potential and enrolls him in the Jujutsu High School. This educational institution is dedicated to training young sorcerers in the art of combating and exorcising curses, a race of spiritual and harmful beings. It is here that Yuta embarks on his quest to master his powers, seeking a resolution to Rika's curse as a Jujutsu sorcerer, all while forming bonds with his new classmates. Indeed, for those who recognize the story, there is a good reason. Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School is in fact Jujutsu Kaisen No. A year after its initial release, it was rebranded as Jujutsu Kaisen No and compiled into a single volume. But here is an interesting twist, you see. This story of Jujutsu Kaisen No was not the original plan. At first, Akutami's concept revolved around creating sorcerers capable of stopping Yuta and Rika's destructive path. The story was said to have Maki, not Gojo, as a character to bring Yuta into the fold. Moreover, the plot was to involve as well Yuta's family, especially his sister, who would become a target of Rika's jealousy. Despite these intriguing elements, the story underwent several changes before reaching its final form. As you are aware, in the manga industry, the collaboration between a mangaka and their editor is pivotal for a manga's success and longevity. The harmony and understanding between these two roles can often define the trajectory of a manga's journey. However, for Gege, this partnership faced a big challenge. When his editor Yamanaka reviewed Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School, they expressed both interest and concern. They found the story interesting but pointed out an issue that would soon become a significant hurdle. They felt that the story was too dark. They suggested introducing a school setting to the story, a change that Akutami didn't welcome or simply agree with. To add to Akutami's challenges, he learned that the manga would be published in Jump Giga, not the coveted weekly Shonen Jump. This decision was a disappointment for Akutami, but he chose to remain silent instead of contesting it. Drawing inspiration from Mikiyuki's success with Ginata Shiki in Jump Giga, Akutami maintained his motivation. Yamanaka continued to suggest changes such as introducing a darker character than Rika, proposing figures such as the ruthless daimyo Oda Nobunaga. Funnily enough, after the publication of the first chapter, Yamanaka was transferred, meaning a new editor for Gege, marking yet another shift in the manga's journey. This entire situation underscores a familiar challenge in manga creation, the significant influence editors have on a mangaka's work. This influence, while sometimes constructive, can also limit the mangaka's creative freedom and potential. Despite these hurdles, Akutami held the belief that the original concept of the story should have been preserved, reflecting a strong attachment to his initial vision. In July 2017, with the complete publication of Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School in Jump Giga, Gege reached a significant milestone. This was more than just a publication. It was an opportunity for Gege to receive comprehensive and constructive feedback on his work, not just from industry professionals, you see, but most importantly, from the market and everyday readers.
Gege, this was freaking good.
Definitely should. It's called Tokyo Metropolitan Magic Technical School.
Readers really liked the story, particularly the deep and romantic connection between Yuta and Erika. Some even saying that the duo in action resembles the main characters Tanjiro and Nezuko from Kimetsu no Yaiba. The fight scenes, the portrayal of characters' emotions, the darker aspect of the story resonated with the audience. There was a collective hope that Yuta's character would make a return in the future. The supporting characters such as Gojo with his complicated relationship with Geto, and the trio of Maki, Panda, and Inumaki evolving alongside Yuta were also well received. This feedback from the audience provided Gege with valuable insights, enabling him to refine his approach to both storytelling and character development. Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School, or Jujutsu Kaisen No, as it's now known, played a key role in laying the groundwork for what was to come next in Akutami's career. After the success of his previous one-shot, it was time for Gege to go to the next level of his career. Although he had not initially planned for Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School to be serialized, its success motivated him to pursue a full serialization with enthusiasm. He gave a name to his brand new manga series, Jujutsu Kaisen, literally meaning sorcery battle, conceptualized as a sequel to Tokyo Metropolitan Curse Technical School, which in turn became its prequel. Hiroyuki Nakano, the chief editor of Weekly Shonen Jump, stated that Jujutsu Kaisen was met with unanimous acclaim by the serialization committee, a testament to its potential right from the start. On March 5, 2018, Jujutsu Kaisen began its journey in the pages of Weekly Shonen Jump, and this, my friends, is where the real frenzy began. The series quickly gained momentum, and in the same year, it ranked 6th in the 5th Next Manga Award in the print category. And you know what? By the end of that same year, in December 2018, the series had a staggering 600,000 copies in circulation. 600,000 copies in just 7 months. Rapidly achieving such a high number of circulated copies indicates strong initial interest and popularity, suggesting that the manga has successfully captured the attention of its target audience. But the question arises, why? Why such a success rapidly? Well, let's dive in. Jujutsu Kaisen begins with Yuji Itadori, the main character of the series. Surprisingly, the initial plan was to have Yuta as a protagonist, but Gege Akutami decided to shift Yuta to a supporting role, creating Yuji instead. Despite some similarities between the two, Yuji stands out as his own character. Yuji Itadori, a 15-year-old high school student, possesses exceptional physical strength, living with his grandfather in Sendai, the capital city of Miyagi Prefecture. Yuji contrasts sharply with Yuta. He's physically robust, extroverted, and outgoing. His name, Itadori, derived from a plant known in traditional medicine for pain relief, reflects his caring nature. Yuji, meaning abundant, help, and brave, further complements his personality. Akutami drew inspiration for Itadori from his older brother, who excels in everything he does, from purport to academics. This character is a reflection of Akutami's admiration for his brother's success. Now that we talked a bit about the MC, let's dive into the world of the manga. In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, all beings emit cursed energy, which is amplified by negative emotions such as anger, grief, fear, hatred, and so on. This energy gives birth to curses, malevolent entities born from the accumulation of these intense emotions. Curses often emerge in places heavy with negative emotions such as schools, hospitals, and so forth. While all humans possess cursed energy, most are unaware and unable to see or control it. However, a select few, those with high amounts of cursed energy, can perceive and confront these curses, with some exceptions. These individuals understand and control this energy to combat and exorcise the curses, making them different from average people who remain oblivious to this hidden power, you see. These gifted individuals are known as sorcerers. They are adept at using cursed energy to use techniques, create barriers, and perform over supernatural actions. The ability to manipulate and control cursed energy is a critical skill for any sorcerer, setting them apart in a world where unseen forces wield great power and influence. Going back to the story of Jujutsu Kaisen, on the day his grandfather passes away, Yuji Itadori receives two profound pieces of advice from him: to always help others and to die surrounded by people. These words profoundly shape his future ahead. Afterwards, Yuji finds himself in a precarious situation when his clubmates accidentally attract a curse by unsealing a rotten finger talisman. Enter Megumi Fushiguro, a first-year sorcerer from Jujutsu High, who comes looking for this very finger. The situation quickly escalates when Yuji sees Megumi struggling and injured. In a decisive moment that echoes his grandfather's teachings, Yuji consumes the rotten finger to save Megumi. This act unleashes the one we all know, Sukuna, the king of curses, who takes control of Yuji's body. After defeating the curse and the reveal of Sukuna, a mysterious man appears, the strongest sorcerer of his era, Gojo Satoru. A brief clash ensues between Sukuna and Gojo before Yuji regains control over his body. Faced with a dire choice similar to Yuda's in Jujutsu Kaisen 0, Yuji must either accept execution or consume all of Sukuna's fingers to eradicate the king of curses once and for all. As we all know, the second option is taken. Yuji embarks on his journey at Jujutsu High. There, he trains to become a sorcerer, growing and learning alongside his new classmates, despite the daunting challenges that lie ahead for him. But you see, you surely already know the beginning of the story of JJK, its world and power system, but there is a reason why I'm revisiting it. If you paid attention, one of the keys to the success of Jujutsu Kaisen lies in one word: inspiration. Gege Akutami, like many great artists, drew inspiration from the manga he grew up reading. This influence is evident in Jujutsu Kaisen's power system, which is based on the concept of cursed energy. This idea was largely influenced by Hunter x Hunter and Bleach. Not only that, he also took inspiration from Naruto. For example, the relationship between Yuji and Sukuna in Jujutsu Kaisen mirrors Naruto and Kurama's dynamic. Even Megumi's character has similarities with Sasuke, although their personalities differ significantly. The trio of Yuji, Megumi, and Nobara in Jujutsu Kaisen resembles Naruto's Team 7. Other inspirations include the hollows from Bleach for designing the curses, and art style from the legend Yoshihiro Togashi, Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, Masashi Kishimoto, Naruto, Murata, Aishio 21, One Punch Man, and again Taite Kubo, Bleach. Akutami's deep understanding of shonen manga codes is evident in how he navigates and reinterprets these elements. There are definitely many more elements of Jujutsu Kaisen that made it successful, such as the strong female characters, namely Nobara, Maki, Mei Mei, and so on. But despite all of that, one thing about the manga personally grabbed my attention: Akutami's realistic and horrific style. The concept of death is a very real and prominent part of the story. This is clearly shown when Sukuna destroys Yuji's heart, highlighting just how harsh the world of Jujutsu Kaisen can be, and Akutami's intention to steer clear of predictable, invincible hero narratives. Unlike other receptacle characters such as Kurama, Sukuna is purely evil, driven solely by his desires. There was even a moment when Akutami considered ending Itadori's journey at this point, mainly due to concerns about the manga's potential success, but ultimately decided against it. The death of characters, namely Junpei, further emphasizes the harsh reality of the world Akutami has created. This realism also impacts the protagonist, Itadori, who is written to lose several fights, learning and growing stronger from each defeat. As you can see, among the main inspirations in his work, it's clear sure that Gege Akutami has a unique talent for captivating his audience, but obviously a lot of individuals saw and still see Jujutsu Kaisen as a copycat of Naruto and other well-known mangas such as Bleach, a reflection that I find absurd. In a discussion with Taite Kubo, the creator of Bleach, Akutami expressed his belief in originality. He argued that mimicking the distinct style of creators such as Kubo-sensei or Tatsuki Fujimoto-sensei, the mind behind Chainsaw Man, is not the path to success. Instead, finding one's own unique narrative and artistic voice is crucial. This philosophy is evident in how Akutami has managed to make Jujutsu Kaisen stand out in a sea of countless others modern shonens. He masterfully blends elements from already established and successful shonen series, yet infuses them with his own creative flair. This has brought new energy to the genre and made Jujutsu Kaisen more than just a combination of its influences. It's a fresh and exciting story that stands on its own. You see, this was still the beginning. In 2020, Jujutsu Kaisen encountered two major events that will dramatically shape its trajectory and propel Gege Akutami to new heights in his career. By the end of 2019, just a year after its initial surge, Jujutsu Kaisen saw an incredible jump in popularity. From 600,000 copies in December 2018, it skyrocketed to an astonishing 2.5 million copies by November 2019. This is a 4-time increase in just 1 year, capturing the attention of manga enthusiasts everywhere in Japan. Jujutsu Kaisen was not just gaining popularity, it was becoming a phenomenon, with more and more people discovering this fresh and exciting shonen series. In that same month, a pivotal announcement was made. Weekly Shonen Jump revealed that Jujutsu Kaisen will be adapted into an anime series. As it is often the case when a manga starts drawing significant interest, it catches the eye of major players in the industry who see the potential for an anime adaptation. You see, anime adaptations are seen as lucrative byproducts, boosting manga sales and broadening the reach and appeal. With Jujutsu Kaisen's already strong popularity, an anime adaptation seemed like a natural next step. For Jujutsu Kaisen, the adaptation was not handed to just any team. MAPPA Studio, known for its high-quality productions such as the Shingeki no Kyojin's final season and second season of Vinland Saga, took on the project. The team was equally strong and interesting, with Sang-Woo Park, the director of the God of High School, leading the charge, Hiroshi Seiko, known for his screenwriting in Shingeki no Kyojin, handling the scripts, and Tadashi Hiramatsu, who worked on character designs for Shingeki no Kyojin as well, shaping the character's look. Consider the scenario. MAPPA Studio, known for its high-quality productions, takes on Jujutsu Kaisen. With such a capable team, the rise in worldwide popularity for Jujutsu Kaisen was just inevitable. However, 2020 brought a global event that would leave an indelible mark on the world and affect the lives of billions.
With the spread of coronavirus.
That everybody is talking about all over the world, no matter where you go.
This unprecedented event, as you already know, had far-reaching effects, including on the manga and anime industry. But for Gege and Jujutsu Kaisen, it was an unexpected opportunity. You see, because of the lockdowns, everyone is stuck at home with a lot more free time on their hands. And what do people do when they're bored at home? They dive into their hobbies. In this case, it meant a lot more manga reading. So guess what happens? Jujutsu Kaisen sales, which were already pretty good, just skyrocket. We are talking a leap from 2.5 million copies in November 2019 to a whopping 4.5 million by May 2020. But wait, it gets better. Later in that year, in October 2020, right during the manga's thrilling Shibuya incident arc, Jujutsu Kaisen took another giant leap thanks to one thing: its anime adaptation.
Talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, the new anime that just recently started on Crunchyroll, coming straight out of the Weekly Shonen Jump frying pan.
I know Jujutsu Kaisen right now is out of here. The first few episodes of the anime, I think episode 3 just debuted today as
a stellar anime adaptation from Studio MAPPA, propelling Kaisen sales by 5 million from last year.
Weekly Shonen Jump's current mega hit
has surpassed for the sales in 2020 My Hero Academia.
It is the shonen formula, but with a spooky twist.
This is a manga I recommend to everyone in our community to read.
9 episodes of an anime, and it is already at 6.7 million.
It's getting really big fast, it's amazing.
Most popular anime of 2020 on my anime list. And the fact that it only came out, 13 weeks ago?
Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, I don't care what anybody says, dude. JJK is going to be the next big thing. Honestly, it already is like the next big thing. Almost everybody and their goddamn mother knows about it.
As we talk about the rise of JJK, we can't forget so rapidly its creator and our good friend Gege Akutami. His work now occult manga won several awards and prizes, but something interesting happened for a specific one. More specifically, the Mondo Kobayashi Manga Grand Prix, created by comedian and manga enthusiast Kendo Kobayashi. This award is known for its unique selection process based solely on Kobayashi's taste, with past winners such as The Promised Neverland, My Hero Academia, and Kingdom. In a memorable moment at this Grand Prix, Akutami made his first TV appearance, intriguingly disguised in a Mechamaru cosplay, because yes, Gege Akutami's true identity remains a mystery to this day, though leaving some hints in others' notes with a one-eyed cat avatar. Akutami's true persona stays hidden. There's been speculation about Akutami's gender, especially after a self-portrait with a cat mask in his one-shot number 9, leading some to wonder if Akutami might be a woman, despite a more masculine voice in interviews. I just assumed that he's a man for this video you're watching. This choice to keep privacy is not uncommon among mangakas. It allows them, you see, to maintain a normal life and focus on their craft without the distractions and pressures of fame. Behind the scenes in the life of a mangaka, however, are challenges often unseen.
The Jujutsu Kaisen, the manga that is published every week in Weekly Shonen Jump, will be going on an indefinite hiatus.
It's a known fact that mangakas frequently face health issues due to intense workloads and lack of sleep, a demanding aspect of this creative field. But there was a good news.
Because it has just been announced, I want to say over in Japan, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0 will be adapted into an anime movie. And
but we are here with the Jujutsu Kaisen movie official trailer.
Which I know they're making a Jujutsu Kaisen movie.
It's like quite a brilliant move. There's just enough material in here to make a satisfying feature. And
based on a prequel story that was really popular.
It's actually supposed to focus on a very specific character that I am just so curious to know more about. He's such a mysterious character. And
Yuta Okotsu, in case you don't know who's Yuta, you're gonna know, fam.
Like, he's been hyped up so much.
Kaisen 0, so it's a prequel film, and it is just doing nuts in Japan right now.
I think it's been #1 at the box office in Japan for 10 weeks now.
Kaisen 0 movie is finally in theaters here in the US and other countries.
News source Variety revealed on Saturday that the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 film is set to debut at -- 2 in the United States in its opening weekend behind The Batman. Jujutsu Kaisen 0 film earns US $17.7 million in first 3 days in the US box office, rivaling and competing neck and neck with Demon Slayer's movie Mugen Train to see which one will financially outdo the other. I want to see.
As Jujutsu Kaisen continues its rise, the universe of this popular series keeps expanding. We have seen it all, from exciting collaborations with Uniqlo and Dolce & Gabbana to collabs with popular games such as PUBG and Fortnite. This expansion is not just limited to fashion and gaming, it extends to novels, stage plays, themed attractions, and so on. The universe of Jujutsu Kaisen is truly growing in every direction. In the midst of this mind-boggling success, a second season of the anime was inevitably announced in February 2022, with a release for July 2023. While still under the skilled hands of Mappa Studio, there was a notable change. Shota Goshozono stepped in to replace Song-Hoon Park. If you remember, this second season was nothing short of generational. It was not until this season that I, and perhaps many others, fully immersed ourselves in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen. Each episode of this season brought something more chaotic and exhilarating, from the evolving story to the intense battles, music, breathtaking animation, and so forth. Mappa truly outdid themselves, elevating the anime to an unprecedented level, despite what happened and what is still happening behind the scenes.
Studio
Studio Mappa has come out with some of the best anime adaptations ever in recent years.
It's slowly but surely falling apart.
Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 may have just died, and along with it, Studio Mappa.
It's unfortunate to say, but there is a darker side to anime, and unfortunately, animators are finally speaking out.
The entire film was produced in only 4 months.
Now, Mappa is kind of worse than Madhouse ever was.
People that made that f***ing scene should be millionaires. But they're underpaid, underappreciated, overworked.
Kaisen Season 2 because I, no exaggeration, believe it is a masterpiece of action shonen.
What can really match Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 when it comes to just pure hype action, pound for pound?
Looking ahead, the future of Jujutsu Kaisen in anime is promising. With the manga we have been blessed with arcs such as a hidden inventory, my personal favorite the Shibuya incident, the killing games, the Shinjuku arc with its legendary battles. The series is set to soar even higher. Right now, the manga is at its zenith with over 90 million copies in circulation across 25 volumes and a thrilling final arc. It's hard to even know where the manga will go by its conclusion. Gege revealed in 2020 that while the ending and main plot points are set, the path to reach them remains fluid and open. Moreover, he has hinted at different times about the manga's end, initially predicting 2023, but recently, at the Jump Festa 2023, an annual manga and anime convention, he hinted that the series might conclude by the end of this year 2024. This potential end date aligns well with the ongoing events in the story. As a big fan, I do have my wishes and critics, such as the complexity of sometimes the confusing powers, which can be hard to follow, and most importantly, the early departure of characters who seem to have so much more to offer. Perhaps these critics are unique to me, but it is true that it's important to appreciate the story as it is, not just as we wish it to be. Despite these personal reflections, my excitement for the series finale is immense, and I know many share this sentiment. Let's savor these final chapters as we witness the climax of what is undoubtedly one of the best manga of this new generation.
先生とどっちが強い？負けちゃう？ガッツだ。
俺が殺した死ね。最強だから五条悟なのか。あとは自分にできることをする。
So this is the end of this video. This video took a lot out of me in terms of like energy. I can't say it was really difficult to make that video, but I think in terms of scale, I was literally doing everything by myself. I'm not even sure if this video will do well. I have absolutely no idea. But anyway, as long as you guys really enjoyed that video, whoever, I don't really care if I have 5,000 views, 10,000 views, 1,000 views, 1 view, 0 view, as long as I can have some kind of like impact on you guys, positively of course. I'm just happy. It's just more than enough for me. If I can make the day of just one person, if you really enjoyed, just more than enough for me. That was really awkward. Let's switch to the voiceover. But anyway, I want to apologize for the really fast-paced editing. Unfortunately, I'm pretty aware about the copyright problems that can arise, with manga panels and anime clips. I wanted to make sure my video is really transformative enough. As well, I want to say that this video was more like a test project. I just want to see if you guys, extraordinary as you are, like those kind of videos. And maybe due to the fact that this video was more like a test project, or maybe it's just me and my perfectionism kicking in. But I feel that this video of mine on JJK is not complete and good enough in terms of script. I wanted to delve deeper into the story, but this video would have been so much longer. However, I have some good news. If this video does well, I hope just a couple of comments, so just I can have, some kind of feedback from you guys. I will create a second YouTube channel where I can share with you guys some behind the scenes stuff. How I actually create, find the ideas, researching, writing, planning, editing the video, being transparent and just talking with you guys, I'm planning to open a Patreon as well. Unfortunately, as this is a brand new channel, I won't probably be eligible for monetization for a long time. Unfortunately, right now, nothing is there yet, but I'm planning to share with you guys some more advanced stuff such as video editing tutorials, maybe in the weeks to come. So if you guys want to support in any way the mission, even though nothing is there yet, you can really pledge any amount that you want. Feel free to ask me any question related to the video, or even in general, in the comment section, or even on Instagram if you prefer. I don't really use any other social media really. I will try my best to respond to you guys. And yeah, this video marks the very beginning of my journey on YouTube. I always wanted to properly start my YouTube journey, and this video serves as well as my genesis. Thank you amazing people for listening to my boring voice and accent, and I will see you guys next time.